Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Thursday. Couple of notes before we get into the content of this video. First, I know that some of you guys may have been expecting the Black Pill video to be released today, but I'm going to go ahead and push that back to possibly tomorrow, possibly this weekend. I haven't done all the stuff I want to do to dig into the Black Pill scenario yet, and I'm kind of struggling on figuring out what to even say about the Black Pill because so much of that ground has been covered in the previous videos. So, no Black Pill video today. Look for it in the coming days. Second, later today, this afternoon, 3 o'clock Pacific, I should be going live over on the Hawk's Nests channel. We're doing it over there this week. So if you, for some reason, are subscribed to me and not him, then you should probably go do something about that. But if for some reason you don't want to, then at the very least you can tune in later today and watch us discuss the Seahawks past, present, and future. So that all out of the way, let's start on coverage metrics. Who on the Seahawks did a good job in coverage against the Packers and who didn't? There's very little negative to say about the defense in general right now. Frankly, I think a lot of the more negative things that we're going to cover today in this video, the one or two negative things, were largely in garbage time when the game was over and frankly the defense had been out there way too long already. It is what it is. So I'm going to point out a couple of shaky metrics here or there, but keep in mind that I think the defense in general played great outside of maybe screen defense. And even that is something that I'm willing to live with as long as the end result is not atrocious. Okay, so we're going to start with the coverage metrics for linebackers. Interesting note to start out on here. Bobby Wagner, according to PFR, was not targeted once in coverage, so his number stayed the same. Seems like it's a bold claim to say that Wagner was not targeted once in coverage, but offhand I can't dispute it with any one particular play in my memory. So if that indeed happened, then good for Wagner. He gave up some yards on running plays a couple times, I thought, especially in crucial situations at the end of the game. But if he really did manage to not get targeted once that whole game, that's very impressive. Jordan Brooks, by my count, had a good all-around game against the Packers. And the coverage metrics are decent. Unfortunately, there was one thing that happened to him that brought the whole thing down. By my count, he got targeted 7 times in the Packers game and gave up 4 completions. So that's pretty good. I highlighted a play yesterday, yesterday, where we looked at a play where he was actually covering Lazard 25 yards down the field and broke up a pass. So that was very impressive to me. So I think Brooks did well in general on Sunday, but unfortunately, one of the completions he gave up was, I think, the really long screen pass at the end of the game on the Packers' last touchdown drive. So he got docked for that significantly because that was the biggest play of the game in terms of yards. But I'll say it again, the game was over, and to blame him solely for that play is not a good idea. That's a lot of players missed tackles on that play. So nevertheless, he gets docked for it. His QB rating allowed is still pretty bad, but I'm seeing some things that I like. Taylor, not targeted. Barton and Ballore did not play at linebacker, so that's it for the linebackers. Let's jump over to cornerback. So DJ Reed, killing it right now. Got targeted 6 times and allowed 2 completions. His completion percentage allowed is below 50. That's pretty insane for a cornerback. A starting cornerback, mind you. That's really impressive, and it kind of makes me sad in a way because I have a feeling we're not going to be able to keep this dude at the end of the season. But he is playing excellent football right now, and his turnaround has been a big part of this defense just finding their way. Now, unfortunately, he did give up a couple of big plays in this game on those 2 completions. He got docked with a 75 yards allowed. So his QB rating actually didn't move all that much. And in terms of just the metrics, it doesn't look so great. So that's kind of unfortunate, I will grant you, but especially given the fact he was playing out of position in the first 3 games, this season so far for DJ Reed has been really impressive. I liked him last season, but I didn't think he was going to do anything like this. But so far, man, so far I'm impressed. Trey Flowers is off the team. Sidney Jones did not play. Now we come to Trey Brown, and this is going to be real quick. Trey Brown was targeted twice, 0 completions allowed. That's all that need be said. 0 completions allowed, QB rating down to 53.5. He played a great game. I highlighted one of his best plays yesterday. Trey Brown's killing it, and hopefully he can keep it up. Okay, now we have the other starting cornerback, Hugo Amadi. He actually got picked on a little bit, but he didn't allow any big plays. According to PFR, he allowed, I think 8 completions on 8 targets, but didn't allow any big plays. I think he only allowed, maybe 30, 35 yards on those completions. So he was getting picked on a little bit, but I don't think he was playing badly. As long as you can keep those completions to very short gains, which he seemed to be doing a pretty good job of, then that's certainly something I'm willing to live with. So Ugo played fine. His QB rating allowed's at about 98. Now, we do need to talk about that holding penalty that gave the Packers a free first down. One of 2 free first downs this defense gave the Packers offense. That's the 3rd time this year that Amadi's committed a big penalty that has given the opposing offense a free first down. So that's got to stop. But other than that, he seems to be playing okay. He's playing things very conservatively, I will grant you. He's definitely not going for the big play. He's just looking to wrap up and make a sure tackle for a short completion. But not bad, not bad. And I want him to clean some stuff up, but he may be part of the future here. I'm not sure. I haven't decided on Ugo. Okay, now we're going to wrap things up with the safeties. Jamal Adams had another good game in coverage. We all know about the interception, but Jamal also, I believe, was only targeted 6 times, and I believe he gave up 4 completions for not that many yards. Yeah, 20 yards. So Jamal was targeted a little bit, but 20 yards on 6 targets, if that is indeed the number, that's great. That's good work. And his QB rating allowed plummeted to 77.3 because of the interception. So he's on the board, guys. And on the whole, these coverage numbers for the season are very, very solid. So a lot of the complaints about Jamal Adams are warranted, mostly that we should not have given up all those picks for him. He's not making enough big plays. He finally made a big play on Sunday, but in general, it can't be his coverage metrics. These are solid coverage metrics for a safety. They are. He's back to covering effectively. Quandre Diggs was targeted a couple times, I think 3 times, and gave up 3 completions, but he didn't give up anything too big, I don't think. They gave him 31 receiving yards allowed, but he's doing fine. Obviously, it was not his best game of the season, but he played fine. QB rating allowed still way down at 40.2 because of the picks. And Ryan Neal was targeted once and did not allow a completion. Okay, that's it for pass coverage Thursday. It's pretty good. The main things that docked these players a little bit was DJ Reed gave up a couple of longer receptions, and Jordan Brooks, I suspect anyway, got docked for the screen pass that turned into a 50-plus yard gain. But I think that these guys are mostly doing their job at the moment. Now, with a guy like Jordan Brooks, that's week to week. To a certain extent, with a guy like Bobby Wagner, it's week to week. I would even call it week to week with somebody like Jamal Adams, just because we still remember some of the stuff that happened last year. But right now, it seems like we have some pretty good stuff going here. See you guys later on today. Hope to see you in the Hawks Nest stream, and go Hawks.